Pregnancy is a profound and extraordinary journey, a divine blessing, especially when embraced within the beautiful bond of marriage. For many couples, the anticipation of this experience is deeply cherished, including warriors who long to hold their children in their arms. As a warrior, pregnancy can be both enchanting and demanding, shaped uniquely by one's body and strength. For me, the moment I confirmed I was pregnant, emotions surged through me: joy, gratitude, excitement, all mingled into one overwhelming wave of happiness. It had been over a year since our wedding, and this was our long-awaited miracle. Yet, within days of testing positive, the symptoms rushed in with undeniable force, transforming my body and my experience in ways I had never imagined. The first trimester, navigating a new reality. The earliest weeks were a whirlwind. My appetite faded into near nothingness, making even the sight of food unbearable. Most times, I carried my packed meal back home untouched, managing only small portions late at night. Fruits became impossible to eat, and nausea held me in its unrelenting grip. Vomiting, excessive sleep, and overwhelming fatigue followed. My nostrils, suddenly heightened in sensitivity, picked up scents with an uncanny sharpness, some of which turned my stomach instantly. In an attempt to lessen the discomfort, I made significant adjustments. My bathing soap was changed, deodorants and perfumes became unwelcomed guests in my space. The mirror reflected a version of me that was lean and pale, and at some point, fever crept in. Despite these struggles, I took swift action. Unlike the standard antenatal care that typically begins around 12 weeks for most pregnant women, as a warrior, I knew that waiting was not an option. I registered for antenatal immediately upon confirmation of my pregnancy, ensuring close monitoring from the very start. And it was during one of these early checkups that the obstetrician recommended a scan, a decision that led to a stunning revelation. An unbelievable discovery. As I lay on the examination table, the sonographer carefully studied the screen before turning to me with a startling question. "Did you and your husband know you are carrying twins?" His words sent a jolt through me. Twins? 2 heartbeats? Shock. Joy. Disbelief. It was difficult to process. How was this possible? How was my body, with its unique challenges, nurturing not one but 2 precious lives? My mind raced through a flood of questions. How will I cope? How will my body adjust? How will this journey unfold? Single pregnancy alone was considered an enormous task for warriors. How much more a multiple pregnancy? But in that moment, I knew without doubt that God was in control. This was His miracle, His divine orchestration, and He was guiding me every step of the way. Survival strategies. What helped me through? Navigating the early weeks was both delicate and demanding. These strategies became my anchor. Keycap 1: surrendering to God completely. There's a unique strength that comes from trusting Him. Warriors already face distinctive challenges, and adding pregnancy to the mix calls for divine intervention. Keycap 2: speaking life into my body and my babies. Positive confessions were my daily ritual. I declared strength, health, and resilience over myself and my growing little ones. Keycap 3: staying hydrated. Water became my lifeline, even when drinking it felt like a battle. I found solace in taking hot water, which was far easier to tolerate. Keycap 4: prioritizing antenatal care. Early registration gave me access to immediate medical attention. When fever struck within the first trimester, I was promptly treated with safe medication, though I discontinued one because it aggravated my symptoms. Keycap 5: balancing activity with rest. While I remained active and continued working, I deliberately avoided excessive stress. Keycap 6: embracing rest without guilt. Sleep was my constant companion, and whenever my body demanded it, I listened. Short naps were my secret weapon in staying refreshed. Keycap 7 never skipping folic acid. It became a vital part of my routine, supporting my body and my baby's growth. Keycap 8 eliminating symptom triggers. I actively avoided anything that worsened my nausea, ensuring that my environment was as comfortable as possible. Hope for warriors. Pregnancy is possible. Amazingly, as if timed to perfection, the grueling symptoms disappeared exactly at 12 weeks, except for my insatiable need for sleep. I could drift into slumber effortlessly at any time, but it was nothing compared to the storm that had finally passed. To every warrior out there, know this: pregnancy is possible, despite your unique challenges. With faith, unwavering support, and seasoned medical professionals guiding the journey, you can experience the beauty of motherhood just like anyone else. Here's to breaking barriers, defying odds, and embracing the extraordinary. Glowing stars, stay tuned for more on this journey. The best is yet to unfold. Glowing star.